In this video, we're going to try and complete the cabin using just submarines on chimps mode. Obviously, to start us off, we're going to be placing down a submarine. And if you like videos like this, then please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see videos like this in the future. We only have this one pond here that is separated in two halves by a bridge. So the amount of space that we have is smaller than we possibly want to have. Actually, it's not actually going to be a bother whatsoever because of the fact that we won't be filling the entire pond with submarines, just be about half of it really. We will be getting all tier 5s of the submarines since you can afford all three of them in chimps, but what about other things? I'm just thinking of some 024s, honestly, to try and get through the snare, but then again, when it comes to DETs, maybe it'll be better if I just go with advanced intel rather than more pierce, just so that we can fire sooner, but we don't really have a lot of range to begin with anyway, so maybe the increased pierce is better than the increased range and shared range. Round 15, we've got a 200, got a 101, and a 000 back here, just in case if they make it all the way down here. We need that submersion support ready for round 24, but it's everything else that we need to look out for. So get increased pierce. This one's going to be our lead popper. Get twin guns as well for this one. We're going to focus on submersion support now so that we have some means of being able to counter camo balloons. Oh, we're going quite far into the map. That's not to my benefit really, and the regrow balloons are going to be a bit of an issue if we don't pop them straight away. Okay, so camo balloon, that gets rid of that problem. Need you for heat tip darts so that we don't have a lead issue. Airburst darts will be very necessary right about now because we are lacking in that DPS per balloon, and having airburst darts is going to be a big save for us in the early game. That is, later on it probably won't really even matter, but this is the pathway up towards armor piercing. What's my armor piercing bullets? Armor piercing darts. There we go. It accidentally, except it has pierce. Yeah, getting advanced intel for our middle pass submarine is kind of big. It means that we can actually pop the leads over here quite early. Now, the most difficult map for submarines only chimps to be confirmed to have been completed is Flooded Valley. Yes, that expert map, which has such a short amount of track length. Somebody has managed to complete that entire map on chimps using just submarines. Don't ask me to do that myself, for goodness sakes. I can't do expert map chimps to save my life, and I can't even do this scenario for oh my god, one red balloon! Perhaps unsubmerging my submarine would have been better than having it completely submerged and not do anything. Although now that you do have a plutonium reactor, you can actually serve a purpose outside of decamifying camo balloons when it comes to damaging balloons. We have our plutonium reactor. We have soon to be our armor piercing dart so that we can do some extra damage against mild class balloons outside of a ballistic missile, even though this doesn't really feel like it does a lot. Armor piercing darts time, just enough money for the Moab of this round. This is mainly going to serve as decamification and trying to pop as many balloons as possible, although when we go to the later parts of the map, having it here is probably not the best. I mean, it's probably better to have one over here instead, but it's just so that we can decamify them as early as possible. Now, I think going with heat tip darts and armor piercing darts is better for our non-sub commanders, just so that we can have another means of popping lead balloons. Obviously, when it comes to like the DTs later on, it won't matter because by the time DT spawn, we will have the preemptive strike up and running. And when you pair that with sub commander, the additional damage means that we can pop fortified DTs with just its passive missile attack. Round 49, how are we going to fare against these ceramics here? Very well here. The increased pierce of our darts back here is going to be quite helpful with the 024 here. Just to provide some cleanup. That's all it really is here for cleanup on like this round, and in particular round 98 later on, and round 63 as well. Can't forget about that. I did a video a while back where we covered Frozen Over with only submarines, but we only had 3 of them down, which was the Energizer, the Sub Commander, and the preemptive strike, but this is definitely a more difficult map. I would say that this is one of the top 3 most difficult beginner maps in Balloons Tower Defense 6, and I don't think that is an unpopular opinion, let's just say that. Lotus Island is also up there, and I'm sure ours could also be up there. Well, anything that escapes, really. Unsubmerge your plutonium reactor when it comes to mild-class balloons, because obviously it does more damage against them when it's unsubmerged, but just when it comes to everything else, just keep it submerged. Hold on, put you on strong, thank you, and then put you back to the submerged status when there's only the ceramics left. Also, on my first Nova video, I did go for the Energizer first before one of the other tier 5s, but I honestly think we need to buff the other submarines as well as, well, this submarine in particular, so we're going to go with Sub Commander first rather than Energizer. Okay, round 60. Because obviously this is a benefit towards every single sub which is within its radius. If you're going to say that it benefits every single submarine on the map, just so that you know, it requires a very specific monkey knowledge skill in order for that to be pulled off. In Chimps, it's only the submarines in the sub-commander's radius. Round 63, we're going to be doing on round 63. A lot actually. Because of the increased pierce, it also increases stuff like the plutonium reactors as pierce, which means it can pop more balloons in its radius before some decide that, no, I can't be damaged. You have too much going on there, buddy. When it comes to everything, when it comes to lead balloons at the very beginning of the map here, this ballistic missile is definitely doing work in order for us to be able to clear up the remains of the lead balloons by using our plutonium reactor and our sub-commander. But it's not possible for these two to do their work if it wasn't for the ballistic missile in the first place. Along with the heat-tip dart, but that's not as important as the ballistic missile, really. Just think a few minutes ago I wasn't really praising heat-tip darts, but now, oh, sorry, ballistic missile, but now I kind of am because I'm relying on the bottom cross path to be the top path submarine here. We're going for preemptive strike first, and then we're going to go after Energizer. And then from there, we're going to think about what we want after that. Possibly some more armor-piercing dart submarines, honestly. Or perhaps some ballistic missiles to clear up of the ceramics on, like, the high 90s. I'm not too sure now. But we definitely know that around 100, we're going to be using the insta-kill option. Wait for the last rock to be the only BFBs left before we use our ability there. It instantly kills one of the BFBs, but then it leaves for the other two. And ceramic regrows, anybody? Mom, can we have military naval units in our backyard? No, son. We have military vehicles in our backyard at home. Meanwhile, this is our home, and these are our military naval vehicles in our backyard. Anyways, round 79. What's it gonna be here? Not much different in comparison to the other rounds, and we are very close to the preemptive strike, which will mean we can strike against every Moab class balloon that spawns on the map. Now, I believe it does have an AoE, so it does affect other balloons around it as well. Perhaps I'm hallucinating. Another thing that flare balloons might need to take his old dementia pills in order to get over. And there goes the CMG on that round. So as you can see, the preemptive strike is now insta-killing the BFBs that are spawning from the beginning of the track here. And since DTs have far less health, you know where this is going. Although it's not going to have as much luck against the fortified ones, I feel like. Or with the sub-commander. No, with a sub-commander, it means it can actually kill them off instantaneously, just leaving the fortified Moabs left. I was going to say fortified BFBs, but remember, it's not that powerful in order to insta-kill a fortified ZMG down to his children. We're going to go for the Energizer next, by the way. Round 85. Let's just have those two out. Wait for the other one to spawn out so that then the ability can hurt the second one. Unless the blast radius wasn't that big. Maybe I'm hallucinating now. Perhaps I'm hallucinating again. Episode 2 of Flare Balloons Hallucinating. Also, it's heavily damaging these BFBs now, fortified ones. Which means that we have to do a little bit of cleanup after that. Oh, dearie me. What can we do against these? Let's see. Okay. Insta-kill the second COMG and partially damaging the first lot of CMG's underlings there. And there goes that round. Lovely. So we're 4k away from the Energizer. Or 3k. 2k? We'll go with 2k. It's for one time after all. No, it's for two time! The amount of disrespect. Energizer is up and running, and if you think we can afford the Nordic Siege Core in this game, we've only got 11 rounds left. There's no such thing as a Nordic Siege Core in Chimps. At least in these rounds anyways. As you can tell, the Pre-emptive strike instant killing the DDTs that spawn on the track, which is a huge amount of stress relieved, because they are the biggest threats in Chimps. If I got the right opinion going here, I honestly think that the DDTs are more threatening than the bad, honestly, because in order to get to the bad, you have to go through several rounds, or sorry, a few rounds of DDTs forever haunting you. Round 93. And not every run consists of the preemptive strike. Thank you very much. So you can't just say, well, actually, if you just have sub-commander and preemptive strike in all of your runs, then there's no such thing as a DDT issue. You just need to play the game more properly there, Balloons, and actually get good. Well, perhaps I don't want to play every single game where there is such tier 5 submarines involved. Perhaps I want to use a different tower instead, like the biggest one. I went with the wrong one there, but you know what? We're gonna work with this. Do not worry. There is no need to worry. Everything is under control. For after all, this is our house. We're going to remove this car and, Hey, who just took my car? DDTs? Do you know anything about the car that just got taken away? Don't you hide anything from me now. I know what you all are up to. How dare you think that you can just simply take away my car? How many times do I need to do this in order to activate the man? The undead. Wait a minute, isn't it something to do with both the door and the wood? I've forgotten now. As you can tell, I don't really play this map. Let's just eradicate the last CMG. We're gonna get ourselves a second first strike capability, possibly. That might be the thing that we need in order to save us from total annihilation. Or perhaps we've completely done goofed. Okay, round 97. What can we do against this thing? Hopefully we can take all this down. Yeah, I'm going to try and not use the abilities. Just going to use everything else that we have here. But, the second one is getting very close to the exit of the map. Really? That's all it was. Just... What about if we unsubmerge this? Perhaps that would be better. Or we just insta-kill one of them, leaving the rest to be damaged naturally. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, the amount of damage that we're doing, honestly, having this unsubmerged is better than having it submerged, to be honest. And then when you are down to super fortified ceramics, just, yeah, that worked out much better. Yeah, this was given a buff where the 502 would do more damage against smoke class balloons than it would have done beforehand. Okay, go up to... let's just insta-kill 2 of these CMGs, honestly, and damage everything else around them. This is going to be looking like a Pierce issue here. Gosh. No. Oh. Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it now? Perhaps I should not have gone with this path, but many more of these ones. That's cleared it up good. I needed to concentrate there, honestly. And then it's going to be round 100, and round 100 is going to do round 100 things to us. Such as perhaps die, Or perhaps we can just instantly wipe these out with the towers in which we have here. Ability? Yeah, we've done it with our abilities written there. Just got 2 of them out and running just in case if they went to ZMGs instead. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, round 98 was the only kind of tricky round in which we had going here. I don't know. If you went towards past round 100, could you actually afford a Nordic Siege Corps? I wouldn't think so in any official map, but on custom maps, I like to think that you possibly could. So, if you'd like to see me try and do that, and possibly try and get, like, another Paragon alongside it. Like, one time I did try and get 2 Paragons in a single game of Chimps on a map that I created. But I have a better map in mind in which I've created, which could be the thing in which I need in order to do all of this. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. This has been 1 Tower Type Chimps. And if you'd like to try this for yourself, then use that code there. And no, I did not designate different cross paths since I got all tier 5s anyways. I know somebody wasn't very happy with me when I decided to put a specific cross path for your tier 5, but in certain scenarios, so let's say Glaive Lord, you wouldn't think about doing 520 over 502 in a 2 Tower Chimp scenario. It doesn't work. Like, how do you deal with DDTs with the Glaive Lord? Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Please be sure to use my creator support code whenever you are purchasing anything within the store. And if you fancy some tier 5 Insta Monkey packs, then now is the time in order to do so, because you are going to be, well, not given, but by purchasing the tier 5 Instant Monkey Pack, in the UK it's $10. You get 10 tier 5 Instant Monkeys, which may help, the key word there is may help towards your collection of stuff. So let's say, for example, my snipers. All I need are the tier 5s up here and nothing else, but the tier 5s after all. And I don't know why, but I'm just not hugely excited about collection events, honestly. I don't fancy playing expert maps on Impoppable for all of eternity in order to just get rewards. And yeah, I hate Glacial Trail. I don't really play that map. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone, and take care of yourselves.